Building a new system, or upgrading an old case as the world rushes to sell off their DDR4. Here are the latest price trends on CPU and memory. 400 Series i5's a great value because you get DDR5 support from 12th gen onwards. Good solutions if you don't intend to upgrade the CPU much. 13th gen of 10 instead of 6 cores, so you can skip an upgrade for the £30 more. Unlike AMD, you save £20 by not taking their iGPU. Also, unlike AMD, CPU performance is unaffected by having the iGPU. This recommends it to business users. Modern, mid-range Intels are out of my budget, but there is a consistent downward trend in June. 13th gen i7 and i9 are double to triple the power and heat of i5s. They are priced accordingly and belong anywhere where space is a premium. Zen 2. Before June, the 3600 was £80. It was hard to recommend compared to the £120 5600. It was £70 at the scan at the start and end of the month, £72 in the interim, which Amazon copied. The 4500 is let down by having just 8MB of L3 cache, a quarter the size of the 3600. I wouldn't pick this over the 3600. They're both Zen 2 and it shouldn't exist. Ryzen 5 Zen 3 has mass appeal. 5500 is half the cache, just 16MB. The 5600 occupies that special place the 3600 long held. It will fall in price as production scales and they saturate the used market. 8-core Zen 3's held, or, surprisingly, increased in price this June. Zen 4 is still too new to show significant reductions in price. Demand appears to be outstripping supply. The new 5nm process will be very expensive to produce and will grow organically. These second-hand prices were taken from Sex. That's webuy.com. I could examine eBay, but there is so much variability between individual listings. If you want Zen 2, buy 4500. It's only recently fallen to the price for 3600 and is much newer and safer to buy used. Were you buying new, get the 3600. 8-core and up Zen 2 show a downward trend. I don't see new prices for these anymore, which might help Sex to price them lower. Expect reductions to continue. The extra cores mean extra cache in 3900 series, but also extra power draw. And the cache is localized to half as many cores as in the 5000 series. The 56,000 has been greedily marked up because everyone still wants it. I think the 3600 is better value new at £70 versus £120. The 5600 has fallen in price this month from £125 new, but buying second hand has less risk of it being third or fourth hand compared to the 3600. Speaking of dodgy marketing of the 5600, I could have bought one of a couple of hundred on AliExpress for between £90 and £95 delivered at the start of June. China leads the way on component pricing as usual. The 5600 is the only Ryzen 5 to consider new, saving 25% to have integrated graphics instead of 3/4 of the layer 3 cache is an option second hand. The 5500 still has half the L3 cache and has seen a big reduction. This is one of the best value Ryzen 5s at Sex, at £85. The 5800X got reduced here, unlike the rising trend seen at Amazon. 8 cores is still too niche for me, but at least these represent genuine reasons to sell. 5900 series and the 5800 X3D all have hefty cache. The advantage of the X3D is the cache is available to all 8 cores, and it is cheaper. Trade-in prices have dropped by 10% on the Zen 2, except the 3600, which was already great value to begin with. Zen 2 Ryzen 7s and 9s repeat the 10% reductions. The 5600 bucks the trend, as no one should have any reason to sell theirs for £70. The 5600G has seen a big reduction, which has been passed on as a more appealing price to purchase. Big drops on 8 cores, as usual. No one needs 8 cores yet. Same relative drops on Ryzen 7s and 9s. Discretionary purchases. Let's go back to Amazon to see what RAM is selling for there. SODIMMs don't really fit with an upgradable CPU, so let's get these covered quickly. No shortages of anything here means the only price direction is down. 3200 MHz DDR4 is showing upward trends, which is surprising because used prices are trending down, as we'll get to. 16GB sticks hit £20 briefly, and this was immediately felt in used markets. 3600 MHz is overall trending down. Given the shonky 3600 Ryzen Sex keep giving me, I'm in no position to hit these speeds yet. DDR5 is limited to just 2 examples here, The market is relatively small and elite, so try and take these rises with a pinch of salt. Used RAM prices. SEX prices. For the convenience of those that prefer warranty over latency, 2666 MHz has seen a big reduction of 10 to 20%, a long time coming for the 32GB stick, which was 20% more expensive than the 2933 MHz at the start of the month. 2933 MHz has adjusted similarly. It's a value segment, and a reason not to overspend on overclockable hardware. 3200 MHz seems to have reacted to the drop in 16GB Crucial sticks earlier in the month. You now pay just 50% more for used Crucial RAM here than you do new. 3600 MHz isn't facing such fierce competition from RAM manufacturers. A reason for the falling RAM prices is the China-US trade war, where China no longer accepts US-made RAM into its core infrastructure. Chinese fabs are springing up to take on production of older tech, forcing Micron to lower prices globally. What does SEX pay for RAM? About half of what it sells it for. Here's the charts. 2666 MHz isn't worth buying. They're sure, trade it in for a hassle-free transaction, except the cash price is rubbish, £11 for 16GB. The 16GB stick is the sweet spot, and it was cut in value by 25% towards the end of the month. Same for all their DDR4, as shown.